So let's talk about the purpose of a literature review. Why do we do them? Fundamentally, what we're trying to accomplish in a literature review is we have to identify what research has already been done, what do we already know about the subject that we're covering, so that we can establish a basis to move forward with whatever we're trying to accomplish, either in our research or in our proposal to do something new in terms of a policy change, a program, or what have you. So what is already known about this subject? What research has been done? How does it apply to what I'm trying to accomplish? Of course, in that process, in doing the literature review, you identify gaps in the existing research. What's not out there? What is missing? What has not been covered yet that pertains to my issue? You're also going to set up logical foundations for your proposal. And as you're doing your literature review, things start to make sense. You're learning new information and you're starting to categorize that. And basically what, in essence, you're able to do is say, well, since we know this, this, and this, it logically follows that we need to do this or try this or experiment with that. The other thing, too, is anytime you're going to try to push forth a new policy or program proposal, you're dealing with people, decision makers, that have to have a sound basis to move forward. They need confidence. Because these folks aren't doing the literature review, they're not doing the research, they're listening to you propose it. And so you have to be able to walk in and say, hey, look, here's what I've done, here's what we know, here's what the research says, here's what the gaps are, here's what hasn't been tried yet, here's what has been tried, but here's the problems with that. Hence, we need to try this, and we believe that it's going to have a greater impact on the community that we're trying to serve, or the target population we're trying to serve that need our help. And so they have to have confidence. If they don't have that confidence, they're not moving forward. And if you just go forward with, well, I really believe in what I'm saying here, but you have no background to give them in terms of that logical foundation, the peer-reviewed research that says, here's what we know, and hence it logically follows that we should do this, nobody's going to listen to you. They're not going to take that chance, especially elected officials, where even when presented with great proposals, they're very averse to taking risk in terms of doing something new. So you have to establish a basis, a sound basis for confidence for them to move forward and to back you up, whether it's an elected official, whether it's your own administration, or all the way up to your chain of command in your organization. And in particular, if you're doing a collaborative approach using other organizations to help you with this problem and to collaborate and work together, you not only have to convince your chain of command and your leaders, you have to convince the people in the other organizations that may join you. And so the literature review is incredibly important. Let me know if you have any questions in terms of why we do them. Next video, I'm going to talk about the process and get into the details in terms of what a great, fun experience that is. It's extremely tedious. We'll talk about that. Again, let me know if you have any questions.